Have you ever wondered why some relationships seem to drain you more than they nourish you? It's a question that many of us may have pondered upon at one point or another. One aspect that plays a significant role in this dynamic is the kind of people we choose to engage with in relationships. It's crucial to understand that not every person we meet is suited for us, and that's perfectly okay. One of our focus points today will be on a particular set of individuals, the 10 types of women that could potentially cause more harm than good in a relationship. Now, this isn't to categorize every woman into these boxes. It's merely to shed some light on certain characteristics that may prove challenging in a relationship context. From the jealous type to the drama queen, the control freak to the materialistic type, and even the narcissist, we're going to explore these characters in depth. Sometimes the type of woman you're with can make all the difference. Let's delve into this. First on our list is the jealous type. This type of woman can be quite challenging to handle. Jealousy, like salt, is good in moderation, but too much can leave a bitter taste. It can manifest in various forms, from a constant need for reassurance to an unhealthy obsession with your social interactions. Jealousy can be harmful as it breeds mistrust, and mistrust can erode the foundation of any relationship. It can lead to unnecessary fights, constant tension, and an overall atmosphere of negativity. It's like walking on eggshells, never knowing what might trigger an outburst. There are signs you can look out for, such as if she's constantly checking your phone, or if she gets upset over your interactions with other people, especially women. If she's always questioning your motives or doubting your commitment, it can be a red flag. A little bit of jealousy is normal, but too much can suffocate a relationship. Remember, balance is key in maintaining a healthy relationship. Next up is the drama queen. This type of woman thrives on conflict, chaos, and attention. She's the one who often turns molehills into mountains. She's an expert at it. Her life is a whirlwind of drama, and she seems to enjoy being at the center of it all. She's the type who can turn a simple disagreement into a full-blown argument or a minor setback into a major crisis. This constant upheaval can cause unnecessary stress in a relationship, leading to constant tension and instability. But how do you spot a drama queen? Well, she's often excessively emotional or overly sensitive. She may overreact to situations or become overly defensive when faced with criticism. She may also be prone to gossiping and stirring up drama amongst others. In a relationship, you're looking for peace, stability, and understanding. Drama queens, however, tend to disrupt this balance with their theatrics. Remember, life's not a soap opera, and you don't need unnecessary drama. Third on our list is the control freak. This type of woman has an insatiable need to direct every aspect of her life, and unfortunately, the lives of those around her, including her partner. Her behavior stems from a deeply rooted fear of uncertainty and losing control. Such a trait can suffocate the spontaneity and freedom that often breathes life into a relationship. It can lead to resentment, as the other person may feel like a puppet on strings, unable to express their individuality or make their own decisions. To identify a control freak, look for these signs: an obsession with plans and schedules, a constant need to have the last word, or making decisions without considering your input. They may also have a hard time accepting criticism and often feel the need to correct others. Remember, in a relationship, control should be a shared responsibility, allowing both individuals to have a say in their future together. In a healthy relationship, control should be shared, not monopolized. Next, we have the materialistic type. Picture this: a woman who seems to value possessions and status symbols more than the emotional bond in a relationship. The materialistic type is characterized by her obsession with the finer things in life, often placing a great deal of importance on expensive gifts, high-end restaurants, and luxurious vacations. Her love often seems conditional on the material benefits she can gain. This can put a strain on any relationship, making it feel more like a transaction than a partnership. So what signs should you look out for? A fixation on your income, a tendency to compare your gifts with those given by others, or a constant dissatisfaction despite your best efforts to please her. These are indicative of a materialistic type. Navigating a relationship with such a person can be a minefield, leaving you feeling unappreciated and undervalued. Remember, love can't be bought. It's about mutual respect, understanding, and emotional connection. Fifth on our list is the narcissist. This type of person is marked by an inflated sense of importance and a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. They lack empathy for others and have trouble handling anything they perceive as criticism. In relationships, this can lead to a problematic dynamic where the narcissist's needs are always in the forefront, leaving their partner feeling unimportant and overlooked. Recognizing a narcissist isn't always easy. They can be charming and engaging, drawing you in with their charisma, but over time, signs may start to emerge. You might notice that they often turn the conversation back to themselves, or that they react poorly to criticism. They may have a grandiose sense of self-importance, believing they are superior and expecting others to recognize their superiority. A relationship should not be a constant battle for recognition or an endless cycle of boosting someone else's ego. It should be about mutual growth, not a one-way street. Next up is the flirt. Now, flirting in moderation can add a little spice to a relationship, but when it becomes a consistent pattern outside your bond, it's a red flag. This type of woman has a knack for making every conversation feel like a romantic encounter, often leaving her partner feeling insecure or uncomfortable. The flirt thrives on the attention and validation received from others, sometimes even at the expense of her relationship. This can create tension and distrust, laying the groundwork for a shaky foundation. If you find yourself constantly questioning her intentions or feeling like you're in a competition for her attention, you may be dealing with a flirt. It's essential to differentiate between a naturally outgoing personality and a chronic flirt. Look for signs such as consistent inappropriate behavior, lack of boundaries, and disregard for your feelings. Flirting can be fun, but not when it crosses the line. 8th on our list is the insecure type. You know, there's something about insecurity that can really put a damper on a relationship. We're talking about the kind of person who constantly needs validation and assurance. The one who questions your every move, doubts your intentions, and struggles to trust you, no matter how transparent you are. Insecurity can breed jealousy, suspicion, and a whole lot of unnecessary drama. It's like a thick fog that blurs the vision of trust and understanding. It's not about being sensitive or needing a little reassurance now and then. That's normal. It's about a deep-seated lack of self-esteem that manifests in the relationship, turning it into a rocky road of constant reassurances and tiptoeing around their feelings. Now, signs to watch out for can include excessive self-doubt, constant need for approval, and a tendency to interpret innocent actions as personal slights. Remember, everyone has insecurities, but when they start to control the relationship, it's a red flag. Confidence is key in a healthy relationship. Next, we have the perfectionist. The perfectionist is a woman who sets incredibly high standards for herself and, unfortunately, for those around her as well. She's the type who color codes her closet, irons her socks, and can spot a speck of dust from a mile away. But what happens when this obsession with perfection seeps into a relationship? In a relationship, the perfectionist's desire for flawlessness can create unrealistic expectations, leading to constant disappointment and strain. She may nitpick at her partner's every move, every word, every decision, making the relationship feel more like a trial than a partnership. What are the signs? She might seem overly critical, constantly pointing out mistakes, or she may have a rigid routine that she insists on following to the letter. It's important to remember that perfection is a myth. We all have flaws and make mistakes. That's what makes us human. Nobody's perfect, and that's perfectly okay. Last but not least, the victim player. Meet the master manipulator of the emotional world. This woman constantly paints herself as the victim, no matter the circumstances. She thrives on sympathy and uses it as a tool to escape accountability. In her world, it's always someone else's fault, never hers. The victim player can cast a dark shadow on a relationship. She avoids taking responsibility for her actions, often blaming her partner for her own missteps. This can lead to a cycle of guilt and frustration, making it difficult for any relationship to thrive. The signs? Look out for constant self-pity, a refusal to accept blame, and an affinity for dramatic tales of woe. If she seems to always be in the middle of a crisis, yet never at fault, you might be dealing with a victim player. Remember, a relationship is a partnership. It requires mutual respect, understanding, and responsibility. In a relationship, both parties should be responsible for their actions. Now that we've gone through the 10 types of women to avoid, let's quickly revisit our journey. We started with the jealous type, who can turn a loving relationship into an exhausting tug-of-war. Then, we moved to the drama queen, whose love for the spotlight can overshadow you. We also talked about the control freak, a woman who might have you walking on eggshells. The materialistic type, who values possessions over people, made it to our list as well. We discussed the narcissist, who's always the star of her own show, and the flirt, who keeps you on your toes with her wandering attention. The insecure type, who needs constant reassurance, and the perfectionist, who expects you to meet unrealistic standards, were also on our radar. Finally, we ended with the victim player, who thrives on sympathy and manipulation. Remember, understanding these types can help you make better decisions in your love life. Thanks for watching.